following video will probably most likely and undoubtedly be about the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex manga content. If you haven't read the manga and you don't want to be spoiled, then I suggest you leave this video and only come back once you've read up to the current chapter. Otherwise, if you're still here, then you obviously don't care about spoilers. I also ask that we don't talk about chapter leaks in the comments unless they are kept extremely vague. Now that's out of the way, join us as you, me, and some friends discuss the Boruto series. Let's get into it.
Alright, new discussion. So this is why Shikamaru is the best Hokage the Leaf has ever seen.
Bro, shut the fuck up, alright? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Graceful Rogue, here, stepping out of the shadows to give you content, and I'm here with my boy, Axel X Flames. You want to say something?
Man, you know who it is. Axel Flames stepping out of the flames. Gotta steal the intro from you.
Yeah, we're about to wrap the video up right now. Just stepping out of the flame. Bro, get your ass out of here.
Don't be hating me.
We got a video today for y'all. It's a Boruto 2 Blue Vortex discussion, and it's involving Sarada with her Susanoo, right? Now, obviously she doesn't have anything yet, but she does have that Mangekyo. So, do y'all think that if she got a Susanoo, would it even be relevant? Like, or actually, do you even think it'd be relevant at that point?
You know, I don't think it would prove a sense of being irrelevant. I just think it would become playing into the trope that the Uchiha are kind of stuck on that, on their like Mangekyo prowess. And then I think Boruto, this new time skip, has the chance to like redefine this next generation.
That's fair. Okay.
Because a lot of it felt very repetitive. And it was cool, but of course they all like shared very similar traits. And it was just Itachi, it felt special. And then as it went on, and then Sasuke like peaked it out, I don't think people are like really trying to see that as much anymore. I think they're looking for something new for like the next generation.
Yeah, I can see that. I kind of think a couple other reasons why, because like the Susanoo is supposed to be like the perfect attack and defense. Like we thought perfect defense was guard, but he fell behind a long time ago, like a long ass time ago. But with the whole Susanoo situation, my thing is, even if she got one, right, unless she got something stupid broken to like add to her Susanoo, it wouldn't really do anything, because Jigen kicked that boy Sasuke out of that shit like it was nothing. So
we are getting into a point to where like the villains that we're kind of in are just outscaling this, and if they want Sarada to kind of keep up with that, with at least what Boruto and Kawaki were doing, we might have to see something a lot different than like the old tricks, you know?
Yeah. I was kind of wondering if you also maybe don't see her getting a Susanoo because they want to get away from like the kaiju type monsters and shit. Because like I know a lot of people, and y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it, but a lot of people didn't like well, I shouldn't say a lot. It was a very controversial thing with Naruto and Sasuke having the Susanoo and Kurama avatar. They're like, oh, they're supposed to be ninjas. Why they had these big ass avatars? But I'm like, I mean, I don't know. At this point,
a lot of stuff started getting pretty big, even like after the original Naruto time skip.
Yeah.
So I think as it went on, we're seeing Naruto and Sasuke's final battle like up in the skies, and then now even in Boruto, you got them popping out like their kaiju's. But then it's cool because now we're seeing, hey, that level like scale doesn't have to work anymore just because now we have like Jigen. And so like, the karma presents like a good opportunity to kind of dial it back down, keep the power where it's at, but bring it down so it's much more like a conceivable level.
Makes sense. I can get with that. Do you now for Sarada, because we know she has to be relevant, right? Like she has to somehow scale to the Suzuki's in some way, but at the same time, if she had anything Susanoo related, I feel like the only thing that makes sense, you know those like fan art images where you see the like Sasuke with the Susanoo armor, like, but it's like a humanoid thing, kind of like a it's like wrapped around him. If she got something like that, I think it would make sense. But like at the same time, you also gotta make it be like, I don't know, they could make some bullshit up, like, oh well, because it's like condensed chakra, she gets like a speed boost or some shit. But I'm like, I don't know what she could get from just her Mangekyo that'll be broken.
Yeah, I guess the nice thing about, at least with the Mangekyo, because even like Madara, some people don't even know his exact Mangekyo ability.
Yeah.
So with Sarada, you have that chance to give that new ability. And as we know with the Uchiha, they always find a way to make them the most broken clan in the world. So even Boruto and Kawaki, they might have this karma. They're gonna find a way to bust up the Sharingan in like a whole new way. The fact already that she alone like isn't affected by what's going on and like in the brainwash, I think already sets a premise for the vital role she's going to play, even outside of just being like a practical ninja, also being a very like strategic and like behind the scenes thing as well.
Okay, I can see that. I feel like with her abilities for her eye, I feel like they might do something, because some people don't think they're gonna get she's gonna get the Sakura like 100 healings thing, which I think would be sick, because it's like, okay, we know she's not most likely gonna get another eye like Sasuke did, so she's gonna go blind. She can't spam her shit. So they're gonna find a way to like, oh yeah, this is a weakness for now, and then they're just gonna ignore it later on. Because that's what's gonna happen. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Some might. It just depends on how they do it. But besides like her getting the Sakura thing, what else could they do unless they do some bullshit where it's like, oh, after she uses her Mangekyo abilities, her eye like restores itself back to its previous state.
Yeah, what if they make that her Mangekyo ability to where you can just equal your other Mangekyo? I don't know. I don't know how they make, but I could see like what you're talking about with the 100 healings, but that being that kind of technique, I don't see that for her character. I think they want that mix between obviously like Sakura and Sasuke, and they're kind of getting there, and I think it's easy to get there like on a base level, but scaling it up can be a bit challenging, because you're like, oh, do you go 100 healings? Do you go Susanoo? Is she even really like a Susanoo kind of character?
Yeah.
So they might just do like minute versions of 100 healings and like a minute version of Susanoo, kind of like in the body armor that we see them use.
Okay.
Maybe she kind of applies that. So maybe like a Susanoo armor, but like on a smaller type of scale. I could almost see her using it like Sasuke in the early stages of it, where it was just like the torso up.
Okay. Not like the full on thing, because like
yeah, I could almost see something like that from her potentially.
Okay. One thing with her character that's consistent is like she has a lot of stamina issues, kind of like Itachi, I guess. So even if she did get some Susanoo shit, she probably wouldn't. Again, it depends on her ability. She wouldn't really spam it like that. Because like Sasuke, he got his Mangekyo and he spammed that shit like within one day. He was already blind. He's like, damn.
Oh yeah.
That was stupid with this shit. But
well, he saw how broke it was, so he was just, damn, this is free.
I'm kind of it's free. Then Kakashi showed up. This man like, damn, I can't see. But if there's one thing that I'm kind of curious about with her, is if they don't give her the 100 healings and they don't do the Susanoo, I know they're not going to sideline her kind of like how Sakura got sidelined, because she seems like she's set up to be more important, I would hope. But I also see like what you were talking about, the 100 healings, like they're trying to change it up but also honor Sasuke and Sakura. You also got to kind of consider the 100 healings kind of, when it's activated, is similar to like Karma, and they probably don't want her to be like having the similar setup with like Boruto and Kakashi. You know, their Karma marks, when they activate, it like spreads. Yeah. They don't want that with her, probably.
No, I don't think they want that similar thing, and I think that there's a bit, because Sakura was very much sidelined, just because of the way the dynamic between Naruto and Sasuke worked. But I think it's the element that, like the fact that Sarada knows the truth, well, that automatically prevents her from being sidelined, in my opinion. I don't think there's any way you sideline her with that being a fact. So now you come to the conclusion, how do we make her rise to that occasion? So like Boruto Kawaki, they got the Karma, Mitsuki's got this like Sage mode, and everyone's like, okay, we got these Mangekyos. What is the ability that kind of scales it up there? And I don't think we should be looking, how does she be on equal levels with Boruto and Kawaki? Because that's probably just not going to happen.
Yeah, probably not.
But
she's got to be like somewhat relative, but like not
right
up there. Yeah. The only thing that I kind of wondering, I guess in a sense, for certain things, is if they're getting away from kaiju. Because I mean, this is kind of a weird complaint that some people have. So it's like, at least from what I see, I don't try to generalize like everybody thinks this way, but like I see a lot of back and forth. Some people are like, oh, they like Boruto because they're going back more to like taijutsu and more strategic like things like ninja, even though that was still there in Naruto, but people argue otherwise. Right. But and you tell me if you agree with this or not, but so far from what I've seen in the Boruto series, and I might get hate for this comment, I think the Boruto series does more hand signs than Naruto did in the second half.
Yeah, I would say that they kept a little bit of the sentiment of hand signs in the second half, only for things that felt a bit more grand.
Yeah.
They kind of made it to where like people just had jutsus on shortcut somehow.
Yeah. Like, you know
And
what?
I don't know if they're trying to like emphasize mastery of it, but Boruto really kind of showcases that these are still fundamental ninjas.
Yeah.
So maybe like since they have the time skip now, maybe we'll see more of it. Maybe we also might see less of it. But also they have the new scaling of jutsu, the more like raw energy power.
Right.
So those might not even require as much of a hand sign, and we might see a more frequency of those coming from like Boruto and Kawaki as well.
Yeah. Kawaki likes to do that Dragon Ball energy blast shit for sure. So, what the fuck's a hand sign in that situation?
Yeah, you just yeah, that's like them from Goku at like the tournament, Super Saiyan 2 in front of the Supreme Kai, just hands right up, and just blast.
Is there anything that you think might be a problem for Sarada, or like you would like to see from her? Do you see us like, if not necessarily Susanoo, what really else could it be?
This might come off a little bit biased from me, but I have like a valid point on it. I think a really good role for her could kind of be a bit more of an active strategic presence in how to maintain the leaf in that situation of everybody.
Okay.
Like, you know my favorite character is Shikamaru.
Of course.
And the GOAT, exactly. And even though you didn't like, he wasn't someone that was like, oh, fight in pain. He wasn't someone like really huge in these battles. He had his own individual arcs that led to the overall betterment of the main arc.
That's fair. Okay.
And something with Sarada, like I keep saying, that angle of knowing the truth, I think she could very subtly manipulate different individuals that are involved in the main overall arching story to present them in like vital positions. So when it comes time to maybe reverse the truth or to fix like the bend in reality, she could have a major key component of that, and then leave it to like the main hitters to kind of like put the bow on the present, if you will.
Okay, I can see something like that. Pretty much. I think that's pretty much all I got for this. I was just kind of getting the idea out there of like, if she got a Susanoo, would it even matter? Especially these days. Like, there's no point of having a freaking kaiju, or even though it's like a Susanoo, it's still kind of the same thing. A big ass chakra beast when Kawaki and Boruto can fly now, which is kind of crazy. I mean,
it is that is kind of crazy.
It's like, I want to defend still like it's more ninja. Like, you know, there is still ninja aspects that people like. You know, like it's kind of like One Piece. Like, people can't say, "Oh, I don't like One Piece," because it's not like they're not really pirates. But it's like I even though I haven't watched it, I know One Piece characters do shit that it's like, okay, that you don't see no pirate doing.
Yeah, I mean, but Naruto ninjas weren't even ninjas from day one.
From day
like,
one,
the stuff they're doing, they weren't ninjas. Like, that was just a coin term. It wasn't actually representative of what that archetype of character was.
Yeah. But we actually might have like a future discussion video on that, about that, like, was the Naruto series even about ninjas type shit? Because that's always been a take that I kind of disagree with. I've always seen it as more like a template, like, hey, these are what they are, but they're not in the way you think type shit. You know?
Yeah, I think we could get into something pretty good with that in like another video.
But you guys let us know in the comments how you feel about Sarada having a Susanoo. Do you feel like she would need one? Do you think she even should have one? Or do you kind of agree that it would be pointless? Are you in the camp that you kind of want to get away from those kind of abilities in the series and just want to go back? You have a notification going on?
I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Oh my god.
Hey, look, I'm not the professional YouTuber here, guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe this is a good time to take us out of here so I don't have to stay for this embarrassment.
Yeah, you know what? Just I'm not gonna lie. You be how many times I record and like the Sonic freaking hit ring goes off in the background. I'm like, god damn it!
Oh man.
But yeah, you guys let us know how you feel about it. If you feel like they should just get away from the whole kaiju shit and maybe get her something else, or if you feel like she can have Susanoo and it could work in some way, just let us know. You know, talk to us. And if you remember that opening, the early beginning part of the video, how do you feel about this man saying stepping out of the flames, bro? Like, who the fuck? What are you, a campfire? Like, what the fuck are we doing here,
Look,
bro? Like,
come on now. I gotta make it work with my name. You make it work with yours.
Yeah, bro. Like, stepping out of the flames, bro. Like, what? Come on, bro. What are you, making?
You know, because I'll be cooking back there, so I gotta come out the kitchen.
You know what? Yeah, we wrapping up.
Exactly.
We're wrapping up. I appreciate y'all.
This is Axel Flames stepping back into the flames. I'll catch y'all later.
Stepping back into the bro. Put the flames out. Get the fuck out of here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.